What if I told you that the wealthiest families in history, the Rockefellers, the Carnegies, the Vanderbilts, they didn't stay rich just because they made a lot of money. They stayed rich because they built systems. Systems that grew their wealth, systems that protected their wealth, and most importantly, systems that passed on their wealth to their next generation the absolute right way. Ones that empowered their future generation with money rather than just handing money to them. Now, here's where most people go wrong about generational wealth. It's not just about leaving your kids with a pile of cash. It's about raising kids who know what to do with it, who know how to receive it, who know how to perpetuate it, and who know how to use money as a tool to build and live lives that ultimately matter. Because wealth isn't just about the dollars in your bank account, it's mindset, it's values, and it's strategy. It's about building a family that doesn't just inherit money, but knows how to multiply it generationally. And today in this video, I'm going to be pulling back the curtain on one of the most powerful and often overlooked strategies that the wealthy use to make this happen every single year. It's called the family board meeting. And the family board meeting offers phenomenal tax deductions, but it offers something much, much bigger. It's about creating family memories while building real wealth. It's about turning your vacations into tax-free wealth-building summits. It's about teaching your kids to be stewards over money, not just consumers of it. Because legacy families understand that people, they're the real assets, and money, that's just the tool to empower the people. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down exactly why the family board meeting is the ultimate financial hack for building generational wealth and how you can start using it right now. My friends, if this is your first time on the Wealth Outside of Wall Street YouTube channel, I want to welcome you. My name is Ryan D. Lee, and on this channel, we don't play by Wall Street's rules. We build real financial freedom with strategies that actually work. So my friends, let's get into the family board meeting video right now. Now, first off, if you're using the passive income machine investment strategy that I constantly talk about on this channel, the vault sits at the foundation of your strategy. The vault is an overfunded whole life insurance policy that fuels your investments, helping you acquire rental property and generating tax-free income through the equity mill strategy. But here's another critical aspect of the vault. It ensures that your family inevitably is going to receive wealth that you're going to pass on. So the question is this: do you want to just leave your kids money, or do you want to create a family legacy? Because this video is about maximizing the value of your wealth today while ensuring that your family is prepared to receive, multiply, and sustain the wealth and money inevitably coming their way. And the family board meeting changes everything. Most people treat their family finances kind of like a game of hot potato. Money comes in and money goes out. No one really knows where it's going. There is no structure and there is no game plan. But wealthy families, they do things differently. They run their family finances like a family business. They make intentional financial decisions and they create structured plans, and most importantly, they talk about money, values, and ultimately legacy with their kids and with their family. A family board meeting is a game changer because it, number one, legally reduces your taxes because smart families don't overpay the IRS. Number two, it gives you the environment to build family intelligence so your kids grow up knowing how to manage wealth, not just how to inherit it. Number three, it strengthens family connections because wealth is meaningless if it doesn't serve the people that you love. And number four, it turns vacations into tax-deductible experiences where you're not just making memories, but you're making real financial moves to perpetuate the wealth inside of your family. This isn't just about dollars and cents, it's about creating a family culture where money is a tool, not a mystery. Okay, so step number one in implementing the family boardroom instead of your personal financial plan is structuring your family board meeting. So I want you to think about the family board meeting as part business, part mastermind, and part adventure. Number one, you're going to clean up your legal structure. If you have a business, make sure your LLC or corporation is structured properly. If you don't have a business yet, no problem. You can still create a structured family financial game plan. Now, if you're using the passive income machine investment strategy, your real estate side of your tax plan is your family business. The real estate is held within entities, and those entities feed up to one S Corp. That S Corp is your family business. It's where you're going to run your family legal structure. The next step is building your board. I want you to think about who do you want at the table? Your spouse, your kids, even close mentors or business partners. The goal is to have structured decisions about financial growth, investments, and strategy. The next thing is you're going to plan where you want to hold your family board meetings. This is where it gets fun. This meeting doesn't need to be in some boring, stuffy conference room. In fact, I recommend holding it while on vacation. A beach, the mountains, a resort, anywhere that makes memories more easily attainable. I believe in a framework of change of pace plus change of place equals change of perspective. When we get out of our normal routine plus our normal environment, this gives your family, especially the kids that you're bringing onto your boardroom, a chance to have a change of perspective around money, around what's possible, and around how to perpetuate family wealth. Because when you do this right, your family vacations, they become tax-deductible wealth-building summits. And wealth isn't just money, it's the family assets that you're developing along the way. Now, this brings me to step number 2, which are the tax advantages, aka turning fun into legal write-offs. So in this step, we're going to talk about how to make the IRS help pay for all of this. Number 1, if your family board meeting is in a different city or country, that trip just became a business expense. Number 2, all meals and dining. When you discuss business over dinner, my friends, it's tax deductible. Number 3, you have an opportunity inside of your family business to start paying your kids. If they contribute to the business, you can pay them, lowering your taxable income. And if it's done right, they can receive a portion of what you pay them, if not all of it, 100% tax-free. This ultimately is how the wealthy turn family experiences into financial advantages. And it's 100% legal, ethical, and insanely powerful. Money kept rather than being paid in taxes is money that your family can now perpetuate. So this brings me to step number 3. Once your family business is set and you've decided where you're going to hold the family board meeting, now we want to talk about what you're going to be doing or discussing in the family board meeting. And this is where I want you to slow down and be very, very intentional. Inside of the family board meeting, this is where you have an opportunity to build the financial future of your family. A sample family board meeting agenda could be this. Number 1, a financial check-in. What's working, what needs improvement, and where is the money going? The more you talk about money with your family, the more likely they are to be able to receive it, understand it, appreciate it, and ultimately be able to perpetuate it. Don't hide your money from your family. Talk about how it was created. Talk about the family mission, what it's going to be used for inside of your family, and most importantly, talk about the perpetuation strategies for your children to be able to receive it and perpetuate it generationally. And this brings me to number 2. You're going to want to talk about investment strategies. Are you using real estate to perpetuate wealth? Are you going to use life insurance or infinite banking to perpetuate wealth? What's the next move inside of the family finances to ensure that your wealth is growing, that inflation is helping your wealth, not destroying it, and that your wealth is going to be perpetuated into the next generation? The next thing you want to talk about is business growth plans. The fuel of your family wealth is what you're using to produce, not just perpetuate. Production is a key component, and inside of these family boardrooms, you should be talking to your family as if they are the assets that will inevitably add more to the family wealth than take away from it. A producer is someone who creates more value than they consume, and your goal inside of the family boardroom is to start to raise assets, raise family members who see the world as a series of opportunities, who see the problems in the world as opportunities to create solutions, to create value, and ultimately, dollars follow value. Then the last thing you want to talk about inside of the family boardroom structure is legacy and estate planning. How your wealth is structured for future generations. It's critically important that you give your children a bigger vision for the money. How will it impact their generation? How will it impact their kids? And how will it impact their great-grandchildren? The more multi-generational you can talk, the more you start thinking long-term about wealth. And my friends, if there's one secret to the wealthy, they think long-term. This brings me to step number 4 in the family boardroom structure, which is ultimately creating a legacy family. I want you to consider this. A legacy family isn't about having an estate plan. An estate plan is the legal structure behind your money, but a legacy family, like I mentioned earlier, is all about the people, all about the culture, and all about the values that you build and sustain inside of your family. Legacy families educate their children about money from a very young age. They protect assets with legal structures, and they live out their core values and teach financial responsibility. This is how you make sure that your kids don't just inherit wealth, they inherit the skills to receive it and to ultimately grow it. Because here's the sad truth, most generational wealth is gone by the 3rd generation. But don't let this be you and your family. Your family is going to be different because you're building something intentional. So my friends, most people have such a short-term view about money. They just hope that they're going to have enough to retire one day. But legacy families, they think long-term. They engineer their wealth with strategy, structure, and purpose. So the question is this, are you playing the short game where money comes in and money goes out? Or are you going to start playing the long game with money, where you think about legacy just as much as you think about your rate of return? In order to do this, start building the habit now of holding your family board meetings. Build connections, build experiences, and build wealth that actually lasts. Because when you do this right, you're not just making money, my friends, you're making history. I'll see you on the next video.